Alrighty. Oh, Fricker got me for 7 views a while ago. Look at that. Oh, nice. 5 days ago. Is that my last stream? Alright. Let's see what we got here. Time for desert. Let's get that loaded up. Can we get through up to the dungeon today? I'm not willing to do that. Let's get Armos figured out. I feel like I'm gonna have 23 here. Let's just set this to 25. Equipment. Good enough. Let's run through this real quick. And let's max HP it at 4. Let's get this set up. Let's not be terrible. One for the homies. Can we not one for the homies, please? Come on. This is gonna be a great night. Why can't I count? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There, that's better. Too far down. Wow. This is awful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There. We're coming back to that because that was horrific. But we need to figure out, we gotta figure out some desert. Boop. Alright, let's figure out what we're doing.
Coming out of Eastern Palace, once you get toward the bottom of the stairs, you want to transition Link's movement to an angled down left input. That'll be easier for him to flow around the corner and not get stuck on the left Armos statue. Once you're under the Armos statue, just continue to hold left and leap off the ledge. Once you are about to land from that ledge hop, you want to hold angle down left until you get to the next edge, and just continue to hold that same angle input until Link leaps off. By doing this, you actually line Link up cleaner to jump off the next ledge. Once Link lands on the ground level, you can do 2 different types of movement here. You can just continue to hold angle up left until Link actually passes the top corner of the mountain. You may nudge it a little bit, but it's not too much of a time loss. There's a lot of runners that actually do that. Or after briefly holding angle up left after you land, you can get in a few left air pumps until you are aligned with the top part of that mountain corner. And then just continue to hold left past it. Once you get past the left part of the mountain corner, go into an angle down left input and just hold that all the way until you leap off the next ledge towards Sasha's house. Once you leap off the last ledge, just continue to hold angle down left until Link is aligned with the bottom part of Sasha's house, and then just hold left and have a clean doorway inside. Once you get inside, you can talk to Sash a little bit further away. side. Once you get inside, you can talk to...
You're real low there. Look at that. All right. I gotta figure out my hotkeys. We got some weirdness going on here. Hold on. Oh, let's see. All right. A little high there. Let's do this a couple times. Well, the mash didn't work. I have to try to time that. Hold down left. Nudge there, whatever. Ooh, that's pretty low. See what we got to do on this.
Dash a little bit further away than what most people think. You don't have to go up and give him a kiss. You can actually be quite a few pixels away from him, which is going to actually put you closer to the door below. In my opinion, he could be a bald man, but he is definitely wearing a cowboy hat. But during the Sash's text, you want to mash all 4 face buttons. And once you get to the last text, of course, you want to cancel it with L and R. And on the way out, depending on how far away you actually get the Sash talk, you can actually just walk out. It's very, very similar to dashing out. And the one thing to dashing out is if you're not hitting first frame dash, you're probably wasting a few frames as opposed to just walking out.
Like that. Yep. And there we are.
Once you exit Sash's house, you want to align Link just below the bottom portion of the house, go into a right input, and then once you are aligned with the right side of the house, you want to do a dash turn. So start your dash and then tap up. That'll save you quite a bit of frames rather than just turning up and then starting your dash. Once Link dashes toward the top, you want to cancel that dash with an angle up left input and try to nicely align that dash cancel with the right rail of the stairs, and then just slide yourself to the middle part of the stairs. And right when you get at the beginning, you're going to want to slash your sword and you're going to want to do the spin speed. Spin speed is just basically charging your sword, and then once you release it, you need to slide your thumb right to the dash button or the A button 1 frame after releasing your sword. But one thing that I do notice that a lot of runners don't do, I mean, this can definitely waste a lot of time, is as you're walking up the stairs and you're holding the sword charge, waiting to do the spin speed, double pump these stairs all the way up until that sword's charged. You don't have to wait to do that, but typically if you start your sword charge at the bottom of the stairs and then you double pump up, you're going to get pretty darn close to the top as soon as Link's sword is charged, which is going to put you in a great position. After getting
That double spin's going to be, or that double pump's going to be really hard.
your spin speed successful at the top of the stairs, You want to make sure that you come off the stairs cardinally with the left input, but you also want to make sure that you are as low as possible to the bottom rail. Obviously, the higher that you go, the further away from your destination that you're going to be, so it's going to lose you some frames. But once you clear the left part of the rail there, just make sure you stay close to it as you make your way down. And once you clear the bottom corner rail there, you want to go into an angle down right input and hold that until you clear the mountain on the left side. And once you do that, you're going to want to switch to a left input, and then you want to cut between the top two eagle statues. And then once you get through that, once again, cut back through the top left and bottom left eagle statues and align yourself with the left side of the bottom left statue, and you should just be able to cardinally go down and leap off the ledge. After you hit the ground floor, you're going to want to start a dash immediately and just dash straight down until you transition the screen. Be aware that the Octorok can give you some bad RNG where he shoots a rock left and actually hits you out of your dash. Once the screen transitions, you want to walk down a little bit until...
Let's see. $13. Dude, first try, same time. Look at that. Sweet. And that's what it looks like if you screw that up.
The mountain slopes down to the left, and then
hard.
start your dash and then turn left. One thing we really haven't talked about too much is slope dashes. Slope dashes can be kind of wonky at times. Sometimes they can actually slow you down more. Sometimes they can pixel boost you faster. And I know some of the slope dashes have to do with sub pixels and whatnot, but just to be aware that certain slope dashes, if you start your dash and hit a slope at a certain point, it can do various things to your movement. But once you hit that dash turn to the left, just follow that until the screen transition.
Dang. Dash that. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that,
So this screen can be pretty difficult and annoying. I've seen a lot of runners dash all the way left and clink swords with the green guard, which will aggro the bow guard below him. So as you try to dash down, you just get sniped, and then you move and you try to dash down again, you get sniped again by an arrow. It can be pretty annoying, but luckily there is some movement fixes so that won't happen. So once you actually transition the screen, there's two things that you want to make sure that you do. The first one is you can hold angle up left and start your dash immediately. By doing this, you move Link just barely up a pixel, and you get out of the way of the green guard.
I think I screwed that up a couple times. Hold on. $254. $53. Really? Really? Come on. All right. That's low. All right, we're a few screens ahead.
That's walking up so you won't clink swords with him. The second one I just briefly talked about is just starting your dash as early as possible. If you can get a first frame dash, you actually don't even have to hold angle up left at all. You'll pass right by the guard, but doing those two movements together, guard below. After starting your dash there, you're going to pass the green guard, make sure that you're aligned with the left part of the bridge, and then continue to face down and start your dash downward past the blue guard.
I think he's a little.
Once you
right
get
of
below the left side of the
edge.
bridge and you begin to dash left, just make sure that you are aligned with the top part of the dirt hill going into the water. And the reason for that is because obviously you don't want to go lower, but on the next following screens, you want to make sure that Link is as high as possible because it's going to line us up with a bush dash that we're going to get into shortly. This screen, just start your dash as soon as you can. You'll dash through that bush. Like I said previously, if you do enter that screen just a little bit lower than normal, you're going to end up bonking on that bush. Just continue your dash left until you transition the screen. Here you want to start your dash as soon as possible out of the screen transition, all the way until you get to the first row of bushes. And once Link dashes through that first bush and destroys it, there's a few different movement techniques that you can do here. You can either cancel your dash with a right input and then start your dash again and then tap down, which will put you right at that slope to go to the next screen. Or you can save yourself a few frames. As you're dashing left, you want to hold the left input. This will actually make it a little bit easier and quicker for you to cancel your dash on a dime. So you would just cancel your dash with that angle down left input as you restart your dash and then turn down. On this screen, you just want to continue your dash down, and the visual cue here is just that little slope on the right side. Once Link dashes past that slope, you want to cancel that dash with a left input and then restart your dash immediately. And another good visual cue that you're lined up correctly is the bottom of Link's shadow actually lines up with the grass squiggly line that goes left on the pathway toward the next screen. Restart your dash immediately past that.
So right there, I mean, we're talking. He's not wrong. Just past the little diagonal
slope, you want to cancel that dash with a left input and then restart your dash immediately. And another good visual cue that you're lined up correctly is the bottom of Link's shadow actually lines up with the grass squiggly line that goes left on the pathway toward the next screen. On this screen, you just continue to dash left all the way through the bushes until you get right at the edge of the mountain slope on the left side. I have seen a few runners do this a little bit differently, but ultimately what you want to do optimally is stop your dash right at the edge of that mountain slope and then restart your dash going upward right at that exact corner. You don't need to go up any higher. This corner, while you up dash, will actually put you on the left side of the tree line so you won't bonk.
right there at the very start. Let's try this a couple times. Yeah. A little high. How'd I do? 641? What's up?
This short screen actually has two different techniques that you can do. If you're planning on doing a spin speed technique on the next screen, you actually want to continue to hold your sword out as you transition to this one. That way you don't have to re-slash your sword, because when you transition to an additional screen, Link already has his sword out. So that's just less frames that you're going to lose by re-slashing if you just continue to hold it out. If you are going to do the spin speed technique into the library, just continue to hold your sword out on this screen and make your way up and to the left. But you want to transition the screen right at the very top of that tree line on the left. Try to be as low as possible with it. You are going to do the bush dash to the library. You don't have to worry about holding your sword. Just make your way to the left. And you want to actually transition the screen just a little bit higher than the tree line. That way you're lined up with the bush and you don't bonk. If you are doing the optimal movement to the library on this screen, as soon as you transition, you want to get yourself into the super speed state by doing the spin speed technique. And once you have that completed, continue to hold left and air pump up toward the ladder in front of you. Now you only have to touch the very bottom of it. You don't need to go up the ladder at all to activate it. So once you touch it, you get the super speed state right off of it and just continue to follow the pathway. And once you get to the library ladder, you're going to want to continue to hold up and double pump left and right. Once you come off the ladder with the super speed state, so a lot of people for movement, hold up and go into the door. Like I said, the second strategy is a little bit of practice and timing, but it is pretty easy.
You got a 630. You know, 641 there's not bad.
The second strategy shown on the live bush, straight up dash between the house, hit up. It's just like we up into the door. Double pump all the way up, and once you get off the stairs, just hold angle up right, and then snap into the door. Double pump all the way up, and once you get off the stairs, just hold angle up right, and then snap in.
713. Yeah, we want to try to do this strat
Into the doorway. There is a comparison to the library screen that we do, just doing versus way, and then go to the bush dash. Once you get into the library, you just want to hold up out of the doorway and then go to an immediate left input. The visual cue that I use are the brick lines on the bottom part of the wall. Once you get to the second...
What did I do?
The spin...
Interesting. Come on, can we dash this, please? Interesting place to be stuck. That didn't do it. $634. I mean, if I can get it, I got it. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's see what's going on the screen.
Speed versus just doing the bush dash. On average, you'd probably save a...
So, one quick thing that I'm doing on that last screen, I'm actually, as I'm pumping up, usually I'm pumping with two hands. So there I'm holding left with my left thumb, and I'm pumping up with my right hand. And we just pump up a pixel on those steps, immediately with the right hand, and press down on the left, then left with the left, to kind of get around everything. That seems like it's working well once I get it. So we're going to have to practice that screen quite a bit, I think. That's going to be a long practice point. But in the interest of actually getting through this,
about 30 frames by doing. I want to hold up out of the doorway and then go to an immediate left input. The visual cue that I use are the brick lines on the bottom part of the wall. Once you get to the second brick line, I try to line up the inside part of Link's shield with that brick line, and that's when I begin to start my dash looking left and then turn up to bonk into the bookcase. After that, just do a quick right input to get in between the two bookshelves. This one can be pretty difficult to not nudge on the way up. It just takes a little bit of practice, but just make sure you start your dash looking right and then turn up to save those frames. And cancel your dash right in between the top part of the bookshelves there. If you're quick, you can get some double pumps in between the bookshelves, up and down, just to speed up Link's movement a little bit as you grab the book. As you make your way out of here, you want to start your dash looking right and then tap down. And I like to hold down as I'm dashing here just because it makes it easier to cancel the dash with an angled down right input and then just exit the door cleanly. Exiting the...
Let's do that a few times. Oh, we're starting to get a little low on power. We're going to need to probably call this pretty soon. So we're not going to get through this whole section, right? Not even close. I'm not liking how I'm doing this.
The library, I see.
And yet that one was pretty good. Horrific. That was smooth at the bottom. Yeah. Not even close to that bottom. I beat him on that, but Ooh, that was good. Oh yeah, that was good. Okay. I bonked that. How bad is it? Pretty bad. That's a second loss.
See a lot of runners that actually slash their sword immediately out of the doorway. You don't want to do that because then you have to take the time to walk Link from the door and then angle him down toward the top of the ladder. Honestly, you're wasting time. So leaving the doorway and get to the top of the ladder and then slash your sword. As you make your way down the ladder, that's going to be enough time for Link to charge his sword.
Barely.
And then you just want to do the spin speed technique
Yo.
right at the bottom. And
What the
as you
drop
hold down
frames?
to get off that ladder, he's going to be able to get into that state immediately. As you make your way down to the bottom of the pathway, you can just hold the angle down right input, and then once you get below the part of the ledge there, go into a right input, and then you want to just barely go above that bush and then back down to transition the screen. Back on the short screen,
I think we're going to keep that as one of these screens we freeze on, because that's going to be tricky. Like that. Bush dash! Jeez. All right. Yeah, we're practicing this. It's good.
screen here, you can actually transition the screen in a few different places. At the I like to on the next part of the screen that aggroes the guard, and I actually hold angle down right, and there's a few reasons I do that. One, to get a little bit more to the right, and that actually aggroes the blue guard on the bottom. And also, starting your dash from an angled input actually can help you out with the slope dash at the bottom here, so you don't land on a bad pixel or anything. But the bigger thing here is just aggroing the guard as soon as possible. Now, restarting your dash optimally, what you want to do is once you clear the slope corner on the bottom right of that mountain, you want to start your dash right, and then you can actually dash through the bottom section of the bushes there. That can be a little bit risky.
Just do that a couple times and then we're gonna call it. Nice. All right. What? I'm actually not certain what I'm aiming for right there. I've got it. Okay. Let's back him up.
Just depending, actually dash through the.
If we want to go through these bushes up here, try to align with this bump right there. I want to go underneath, go right there. I'm probably going to be going underneath more. It's safer and it's not that much less time. It's not that much time save and it's safer. Right along the top half of this dirtway here. All right, we're about out of battery. We got a good amount of the way through the overworld. Let's do one quick run through most of this. Just to put it all together for the night. That wasn't good. Ugh. Got hit. A little low. That wasn't bad. A lot of that was pretty good. 248. Especially with about a minute ahead of that. How about we press the right button? We come on. Whew! Dodged it.